Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering the Appyrinceaskeda Browser Hijacker generates various sponsored ads. QORE Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu ransomware family. And OfferCore delivers PUPs to Mac devices. Browser hijackers like the Appyrinceaskeda Browser Hijacker are unwanted software applications that can modify your web browser settings. They're designed to control and redirect your web browsing sessions, often leading to undesirable consequences. These hijackers can interfere with your online experience. The primary objective of browser hijackers is to generate revenue for their creators. They achieve this through various means, such as altering your default search engine, modifying your homepage, injecting intrusive advertisements, and redirecting your searches to sponsored websites. In some cases, they may even track your browsing habits and collect personally non-identifiable information for targeted advertising or other questionable purposes. The issues associated with browser hijackers are multifold. Firstly, they may interfere with your browsing experience. Constant redirects, pop-ups, and injected ads can make it difficult to navigate websites and find the information you're looking for. Secondly, browser hijackers may lead to privacy and security issues. Since they have the ability to track your browsing activities, they can collect information on your browsing history. This data can then be sold to third parties for various online marketing purposes. Moreover, browser hijackers can expose you to additional malware threats by redirecting you to websites that host dangerous content. To remove browser hijackers from your system, you should take the following steps. Remove potentially unwanted programs. Go to Control Panel on Windows or Applications folder on macOS and check the list of installed programs for any suspicious or unfamiliar entries. Remove any unfamiliar apps or programs. Disable and remove the hijacker. In your web browser settings, locate the extensions or add-ons related to the hijacker and disable or remove them. Reset browser settings. Restore your browser to its default settings. This will remove any unwanted changes made by the hijacker. Take note that this will also remove all your individual customizations. Refer to your browser setting menus for the reset options. Scan your system for malware. Run a thorough scan using reputable antivirus or anti-malware software to detect and eliminate any malicious files or programs. Practice safe web browsing habits. To prevent future hijackings, be cautious when downloading and installing new software. Always opt for the custom installation option, carefully review each step, and decline any additional software or changes that seem suspicious. Also, keep your browser and security software up to date to defend against known vulnerabilities. Browser hijackers are intrusive applications that can modify your browser settings, cause privacy issues, and may impact your online experience. Removing these hijackers requires identifying the source, disabling or removing the related extensions or programs, resetting browser settings, scanning for malware, and adopting safe browsing practices. By taking prompt action against browser hijackers, you can regain control over your browser, protect your privacy, and aim for a safer online environment. New strains of Stop Djvu ransomware are being discovered every week, and this time it's QORE Ransomware. Like other associated variants of the prominent malware threat, This ransomware infection locks files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Infections like QORE ransomware can be distributed via software bundles. So if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps distributed via torrent or cracked software sites, you may end up installing such threats. QORE ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, QORE ransomware adds the .QORE extension to the affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder that contains encrypted files. Once downloaded and installed, QORE ransomware will employ the AES encryption algorithm to lock up files. Oftentimes, information stealers like Zeus and Redline are deployed alongside ransomware, and this allows hackers access to sensitive information before encrypting files. Therefore, it is possible for QORE ransomware to do the same thing. When the encryption is complete, the ransom note demands a ransom in order for victims to obtain the decryption key. The decryption key costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours after infection. The note also provides two email addresses, support@freshmail.top and datarestorehelp@airmail.cc for the victims to use to communicate with the hackers. We discourage establishing contact with the hackers, however, as there's no guarantee that they'll provide decryption tools after payment or even communicate with you. It is important to note that QORE ransomware does not just encrypt data. It may also attempt to delete all shadow copies of the affected files stored on your computer. This can make recovery of your documents and data extremely difficult, if not impossible. It is highly recommended that you do not attempt to pay a ransom for a decryption key, as this does not guarantee the encrypted file recovery. The best course of action is focusing on methods that can help you restore your data and protect your system from similar threats. How do I deal with the QORE ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the QORE ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool installed on your computer. That way, you can regularly scan for elements associated with this troublesome ransomware infection and other malware. Also, to reduce the potential damage of a future ransomware infection, please consider backing up your files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. OfferCore, as a vehicle for delivering potentially unwanted programs to Mac devices, raises concerns about the negative impact of such programs on user experience, privacy, and overall system security. PUPs, including browser hijackers and adware, are unwanted software that can infiltrate your device, disrupt your browsing activities, cause privacy issues, and expose you to potential security risks. The presence of PUPs, facilitated by OfferCore, may impact your online experience. Browser hijackers, for instance, can modify your browser settings, such as the default search engine, homepage, or new tab page. These unwanted changes can redirect your searches, flood your browser with intrusive advertisements, and hinder your ability to access the information you seek. Such disruptions can be highly frustrating, time-consuming, and diminish your productivity while using your Mac. Moreover, PUPs often bring adware along with them. Adware overwhelms your browsing settings with intrusive ads, pop-ups, banners, and sponsored links. These intrusive advertisements not only impede the user experience, the adware can also track your online activities, including your search queries, websites visited, personal preferences, to deliver targeted advertisements. Thus, removing PUPs from your Mac device is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it restores control and functionality to your browsing experience. By eliminating browser hijackers, you regain the ability to customize your browser settings according to your preferences. Secondly, removing PUPs is essential for preventing exposure to potentially unreliable content. If you eradicate adware, your browsing history, search history, and other personally non-identifiable information do not fall into the hands of questionable third parties. Lastly, by eradicating OfferCore's delivered PUPs, you minimize the risk of additional exposure to unwanted software and unfamiliar content. To remove PUPs like browser hijackers, or Adware delivered by OfferCore, you should employ reliable and reputable malware remediation software. These tools will detect and eliminate the unwanted programs from your system, thus helping you regain control over your browsing experience and working towards a clean and secure Mac environment. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.